Howdy, 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 my name is Anachi Sasuke, and welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. In the last episode, which was episode 30 and accidentally was 30 minutes and 30 seconds long unless YouTube fucked that up, the PETA found out she can't join the same team as Tavros because Equius is being a douche. I'm not sure if they said his name's Equius yet, but he's being a douche. So, you finally recall your days of far more intensive role-playing. It seems like so long ago now. Aside from a few unfortunate moments, it was a lot of fun. If you had to do it all over again, you suppose you would select better company. Maybe this game you were playing tonight will rekindle some of that excitement. Tinkerbell? Some time ago. Flashback. You stand in your room on a healthy pair of legs and in a plucky little outfit. You are a low-level boy Skylark, and you wield an inexpensive dagger lance, which is the closest thing to a jousting lance you can wield that is still compatible with your favorite class. You are about to play a popular game called Flarp, which, unlike most games published by major developers, was given a graceful and aesthetically pleasing name. It is a title under the extreme role-playing genre, and playing it without caution can have some serious real-world consequences, but that's what makes it fun. When you activate Flarp's Grub, the campaign program for tonight will begin. Team Charge will duel Team Scourge as usual. This is going to be great! Contact fellow Team Charge member. Adios Raider began trolling Apocalypse Arisen. Aradia, my grub is laying low, so I'll be ready soon. Cool! Mine too! I don't know where Terezi is though, she's running late. Oh, should we wait? No, I'll be here clouding her campaign for her regardless, with or without her. Her loss if she doesn't make it. It'll give you a chance to gain some ground. Okay. You picked a tough class, Tavros. None of the really useful combat abilities come into play until you reach a very high level. But I suppose it'll be rewarding when you get there. Yeah, I think you're right, but it's the class I think is most fun, and battle skill's not all there is to being a great adventurer. I couldn't agree more. You might be the only Flarper in the world who really understands the true spirit of the game. Everyone else is so aggressive and treasure-hungry, but that's what makes beating them all the more satisfying. Yeah, I guess. Remember, your Clouder isn't going to pull any punches tonight. Don't fall for her mind games. I'll be there to assist, of course. If you're in trouble, don't hesitate to ask for help. Yeah, I won't. Thanks, Aradia. No problem. Hatch Campaign. Your campaign's gaming flapstractions hatch out of their eggs. These comprise all the data and procedures you'll need for your adventure tonight. They disperse throughout the terrain surrounding your hive. They follow both pre-programmed and live instructions by your Clouder, a member of Team Scourge, whose role is to provide you with a challenging scenario, while your teammate does the same for Scourge's other player. Go outside and begin adventure. You take your starting position in the field. The game is afoot, and anything can happen now. Ouch. It's up to you to consult your maps and work with your teammate to discover the objective of the quest to find treasure and slay monsters. Your Statbat has bonded with you. This keeps track of every attribute for your character, including vitals. While these attributes in principle remain abstractions due to the fact that this is extreme role-playing, they will always relate in some way to your real-life attributes as well. You've got to be careful out there. A little later, Arachnid's grip began trolling Adios Raider. Well? Hey, boy Skylark, are you just gonna stand there all night? Make your move, make your move, make your move! I just think these monsters are too strong. Sorry, but they don't seem appropriate for this campaign. Weak! Weaky, weaky, weak. Weaky? Is that a real thing to say? Yes, your blatant excuse making is the weakest lame that ever shit the coward bed. Roll your dice, make your move. Advance or abscond. I can't abscond. There's no absconding place. But absconding is what you do best. I ain't managed to cloud a scenario yet you couldn't squawk out of in a blazing trail of cluck beast feathers. You cannot hope to beat Tavros Nitroman and abscond off. He is simply the best there is. That sounds flattering, theoretically, but I don't think... Hey, pipe down, make your move. Advance or abscond, advance or abscond. Roll, Tavros, roll. Okay, hold on for one moment. Adios Raider began trolling Apocalypse Arisen. Aradia, hey, are you there? Hey, Terezi, I have a problem, Arachnid's grip began trolling Adios Raider. No one can help you, Tavros! Okay, time to decide! Where is everybody? What does that have to do with your present cowardice? I don't know, probably nothing. Are you going to roll? No, I can't. Why not? Because I was thinking about the numbers, and it's impossible for there to be a favorable outcome, no matter what the dice do. So, you give up? Yeah, maybe. Why not roll and make it official? Why would you want to cheapskate me out of bonuses like that? It's so thoughtless. Am I going to have to take matters into my own hands to make your move for you? I thought you couldn't use powers. I mean, real-life powers, not game ones. It's against the rules. But if you're going to break the rules and refuse to roll, what choice do I have? I hate that it had to come to this, but what can I do? Tavros, have I mentioned how cute you look in that plucky little outfit? Why, if I didn't know better, I'd say I was playing with Pupa Pan himself. Isn't that what you want, Tavros, to be like Pupa? Of course you do. What boy wouldn't want to be like Pupa? So dashing and brave. He's everything you're not. For one thing, he can fly. Do you want to fly, Tavros? Have you ever tried to fly? I bet you haven't. How about we take to the skies, Pupa? Oh, you like that idea, Pupa? Yes, you do. I can feel it in your simple, malleable brain. You want to fly so bad. Fly, Pupa, fly! Ha 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 ha! Adios to her, dumbass. Arachnid's grip ceased trolling. Adios to Raider. I'm not doing all that laughter. Adios to Raider began trolling carcinogeneticists. AG just jumped me off a cliff with my brain and my legs also, and now they feel invisible. Well, I'm sure there was a better way to say that. Anyway, that's really all there is to report on the subject of me getting hurt. Hey, asshole, stop playing games for girls. Carcinogenesis ceased trolling. Adios to Raider. Back in the present, but not too far into the present, right around this moment with Carcat in the toilet during a conversation we've already had, which ended like this. Arachnid's grip began trolling carcinogeneticists. Hey, brave leader! Oh my god, why are you talking to me? Can I join your team? Yes, I'm glad you asked, because there is a wide open slot for the most vile, backstabbing sociopath who ever lived. You really helped me out of a jam by stepping forward. Vile, backstabbing sociopath? Karga, did you copy and paste that phrase directly from your personal ad describing what you're looking for in a lady? Ha ha ha! More cagey, cutesy bullshit. Like I'm not up to my lobe stem with that already having to deal with Terezi. You both must have been insufferable when you were a team. Your opponents probably all just tried to commit suicide after a few minutes of putting up with your fangy green drivel. That's probably how it all went down when the shit hit the thresher. That's not a bad guess, but man, Carcat, you sure are giving me a hard time. I don't see how we're supposed to be becoming friends if you recoil from my olive branch like I'm twitching a mummified bovine phallus in your direction. Becoming friends? What the fuck? We will never be friends, moron! Not even hate friends? No, we're like twitchy-eyed, projectile-vomiting, and utter disgust friends while I perforate my bone bulge with a culling fork. Yes, I'll take it! Get lost! Anyway, I was just joking about wanting to be on your team. I'm already on the blue team. Oh, really? Wait, let me count off 8 of these things. Hold on. There, I am now an enormous tool forever. Yes, Serady and I have an arrangement. We'll be co-leaders. But really, I will be the leader. Shh, don't tell anyone. What do you think, Carcat? Can you take on 2 dangerous ladies at once? Ugh. Yawn. Come on, aren't you a little nervous that I will oppose you? You should be. No, you're just a run-of-the-mill little psycho girl, a troll seeger, a troll keger a dozen. I'll be taking apart the blue team with brutal efficiency, you'll see. You never play one of your dumb games with me, so you never had the privilege of seeing what I can do. Enjoy the show, sweetheart. Just don't even think about using your mind control tricks on my players. Remember your truce? Psh, those days are far behind me. Anyway, I can't control just anybody. They've got to be impressionable. Like you. You can't control me. Sure I can, I just choose not to. Yeah, okay. I find your mind totally unpalpable to browse. Looking into your brain is like pawing through a smelly dumpster full of broken glass and razor blades. Poop. Whatever, don't even try it. I've got the better Scourge sister on my team, and if you break your truce, you'll have to answer to her. The funny thing is she was always way better than you even without any powers. Yeah, that's right, I know your whole story. You were always jealous she could manipulate people so well without resorting to cheap mind tricks. I can tell this burns you, and I haven't even had to paw through your dumpster. Chalk it up as another infuriating victory for gutter blood over aristocracy. Oh, what's that? Nothing to say? Wow, speechless, I guess. You're probably crying right now. That would make my fucking day. Hey, look at me being the one to talk shit at warp speed, then log off before you can reply. Bye, idiot. Carcinogenesis ceased trolling Arachnid's grip. Carcinogenesis began trolling Arachnid's grip. Oh, back so soon? Did your thumb slip on the button? I guess you can't get enough of me. You made me do that and you know it. You ain't got nothing on me and you can't prove shit. Anyway, Carcat, I just wanted to say, heart. Carcat, be the other asshole. You are now the other... Oh. Oh god. You decide that we could probably stand to delay this guy's introduction a little longer. Why don't we see what someone else is up to? Anyone. Hurry! You switch to a vague teaser of the final unseen troll in the nick of time. Aradia, go home. You head back to your hive to get the blue team session started. It's been a while. You revisit the remains of your quaint, rural hive. Your lawn ring and the small excavation sites you dug up for practice are all overgrown with vegetation. You haven't been here since the night of the accident. On that night you found your calling. The voices of the dead grew louder, urging you to return to the ruins you discovered not long before. You left so abruptly you didn't even have time to bury your lusses. Oh, but that's fine, because trolls don't typically bury their dead. Leaving bodies to be consumed by wild animals is more customary. Begin session. You have an arrangement to begin the session as co-leader with one of the Blue Bloods. You understand this player tends to make a power grab and take sole possession of the leadership role. Such subterfuge is typical of their casts, but you're perfectly okay with this. This is one of the many things you're okay with. You allow your co-player to take the lead and enter the medium first. You understand that the leadership role is essentially meaningless aside from offering the distinction of being the first player to enter. You also understand that entering the game second was always your intention. Connect to server player. You have a server player connect to you, someone that you personally selected for the role. The devices required for entry are deployed. The Colonel Spider waits prototyping, but unlike all 11 other players, your dead Lussus is not available. You have to use something else. Tier 1 prototype. Oh. Prototyping with the Froghead before entering the meeting would prove to be critical for later success. Just another of many assurances whispered by the dead. You've long since stopped questioning them or doubting the future significance of even spontaneous acts of frivolous desecration. Compelling your non-plus server player to perform this task might have proven difficult. Luckily, your telekinesis, an ability greatly magnified by your calling, would be sufficient to move the massive object, whereas the game cursor likely would not. Your server player simply watched in mystification. She really just had no idea what the hell was going on. Enter. You enter the medium, taking your place in the land of quartz and melody as the Maid of Time. Meanwhile, your client player has been exploring another world. The Blue Blood has a present for you. The present cannot be duplicated by alchemy at this stage of the game. It would cost too much grist, a detail which this player had not been aware of. The player would have to progress to the second gate of their own world, arrive through the gate above your hive, and deliver it in person. Facilitating this delivery was one of the reasons why it was important for you to enter second. Your server player's confusion is only in part due to learning the ropes of a new game. There's a more significant reason for her befuddlement. While she followed your advice and went through the simple motions of game setup, at no point were you visible on her monitor. She saw your damaged hive, she saw the alchemiter and other devices she deployed. She saw the strange computing device on the floor bearing the visage of a species she didn't recognize. She even saw a great big stone frog head fly through the air all by itself and become the frog sprite. Although she would ask why, and you would always delay the answer, the fact remained. She couldn't see you. Aradia, Tier 2 prototype. She couldn't see you up until the moment after the sprite's second prototyping, because you were dead all along. Oh! We are all completely blown away by this stunning revelation. Wow. Dead, really? Like a ghost? Huh. Nepeta, interrogate Frog Girl. Arsenic Catnip began trolling Apocalypse Arisen. Aradia, I can see you! That is you, right? Yes. Why are you all floating? Why are you the floating frog all of a sudden? I'm dead. My spirit merged with the frog spite. Wow. Dead? Really? Like a ghost? Huh. Well, I guess this doesn't make me sound dumb, but I am completely blown away. Well, I hope this doesn't make me sound dumb, but I am completely blown away by that stunning revelation. You don't sound dumb. Whew, how did you die? I ignored the advice of a friend and made some bad choices. AC rumples her nose in perplexement at AA's really vague and spooky answer. But actually that's good, because I kind of think I don't want to know. It's making me sad to think about. Okay, Nepeta, can you please keep this a secret? Yes, I promise I won't. I promise I won't tell anyone. And by promise, I mean promise, just so you know I'm serious. Thank you, Ribbit. Oops. Hehehe. Alrighty, be the huge bitch. Huge bitch. Blah, blah, blah. Enter name. Your name is Vriska Circuit. You are a master of extreme role-playing. You can't get enough of it, or really any game of high stakes and chance. You haven't persisted with the habit even in spite of your accident. But then again, you don't have much choice. Your Lessus is very hungry. All the time. She can only be appeased by the flesh of young trolls. Your cloud campaigns for teams of flobbers utilizing your ability for orchestrating the demise of the impressionable. Your victories supply you with treasure, experience points, and spider food. You are something of an apocalypse buff, which is something you can be on Alternia. You are fascinated by the end-of-the-world scenarios and enjoy constructing doomsday devices for the hell of it. You are drawn to means of dark prognostication and the advantages they offer, particularly in gaming scenarios. Your abilities in this department were hobbled with the loss of your vision eightfold, and you have since sought alternatives through various black oracles. You consult with these ominous globes, but routinely destroy them in frustration over the puzzling, guaranteed inaccuracy of their predictions. Breaking them has developed into a habit bordering on fetishistic, and each time you destroy, you add to an insurmountable stockpile of terrible luck. You have to stop, but addiction is a powerful thing. Your troll tag is arachnids gripping. Your statements tend to be just a little bit overdramatic. What will you do? Check out cool drawing on wall. Yeah! You drew your own role-playing character for fun, as many flobbers are prone to do. She is the best character, and you wish you were her. Oh wait, you are her! Your wish has been granted, probably as a special boon for being so great at everything. Her name is Marquise Spinneret Mindfang, scourge of land dwellers and sea dwellers alike, and worst nightmare to silly boy skylarks everywhere. She has accumulated more treasure and gained more levels than any member of Petticoat Seagriff class ever. She gained all the levels. All of them. Yeah! Fun fact, one of my friends was cosplaying Marquise Spinneret Mindfang at the first Katsucon I ever went to. But I had not yet gotten far enough into the comic to know who the hell that was, so I just called them Pirate Vriska and then hugged them. And it's been like 6 years, and I still feel like a jackass for that. I don't know if they watch these, but yeah, sorry about that, Lauren. Anyway, proceed to computer. Oh. You have a lot to do, so many irons in the fire. Ah! Lousy dice! You can't ever seem to go anywhere near high without stepping on an errant D4. Pointy little bastards. It's just your bad luck, you guess. You've had such terrible luck ever since your accident, and it just keeps getting worse. As far as you're concerned, the world can't end soon enough. As you were saying, so many irons in the fire. Such a tangled web. It's a web full of flaming irons and mixed metaphors. Tonight's a big night. You have a lot of meddling to catch up on tonight. Bugging and fussing and meddling. Take the dice. You equip your enchanted dice set, the fabled Fluoride Octet. It consists of 8d8 plundered from a ghost ship during a particularly challenging campaign. In ancient times, such weapons were employed by roving bands of gambligants, or gamblignants, deadly marauders with a passion for chance. They all died off, though, took too many crazy risks. Rolling the dice will execute a wide range of highly unpredictable attacks. Very high rolls can be devastating to even the most powerful opponents. Of course, with the luck you've had lately, you couldn't make a good roll to save your life. Gotta do something about this awful luck. Gotta catch a break! When you get worked up about stuff, you put 8s in places that don't really make a lot of sense phonetically. Vriska, begin meddling. Time to get this show on the road. There are so many people to meddle with tonight. After you ditch an unwelcome solicitor first, that is. Doesn't she realize how rude it is to meddle? You'll fuss with her meddling later. As she just punts the notification out the way. What now? Oh, him. You thought he'd wash his hands of you. Strange timing that he's bugging you tonight after so long without a peep from him. Deal with this guy. Oh, right. Hello. Oh my god, why are you talking to me? This is the last time we'll ever talk. Still sticking with the white text I see, so smooth and stylish. I forgot how much I loved highlighting it to read all the boring things you have to say. It's like a fun game for super extra handicapped retarded people. Like opening a present, finding out what obnoxious thing the mystery tool typed. What is it? A parting courtesy, I suppose. All the ways I've exploited you were meant to bring about the events that will take place this evening. Knowing this will provide context for the events in your near future, and will affect how you behave in response. These events will be just as important as those preceding it. I've gone to great lengths, you see. You didn't exploit me. You're just a petty douche with a bad temper who likes to play games, and all I did was humor you. I did exploit you, very thoroughly. It was easy. So full of yourself. Have I ever lost a game? Don't change the subject. What subject are you referring to? Ugh! I'm gonna log off in a big huff, and you have to promise not to use that nasty trick where you log me back in out of petty, douchey spite. And then we can go back to never ever talking because, man, that was heaven when it was like that. There's no need for that kind of assurance. I'll be brief. I no longer hold you accountable for any wrongdoing. In fact, I've given you your transgression very little thought since the incident. If you acknowledge this amnesty and regard it as sincere, you may begin to find the odds falling in your favor again. This may be essential if you are to succeed on your journey. Slow down! Man, I'm just wearing out so many pens taking all these important notes. Fuck! Fuck you for ruining all my good note-taking pens and giving me this terrible crap in my good note-taking hand. Incredible the risk you take with your scorn. But of course, it was your unpleasant, simplistic temperament that made you so easy to control. Vicious and predictable, like an insect. If you turn a swarm of wasps on a crowd, the outcome is certain. It takes no skilled strategist to understand this. You were in fact a waste of my talents, a primitive expedient. Ugh, what a snob. You're worse than my meddler friend. I wonder why they waste their camaraderie on you. I'll never understand it. I thought you said you would be brief. I'll say one last thing. Though the magnitude of the ensuing destruction resulting directly from your actions will be neither possible or necessary for you to fathom, there nevertheless ought to be a silver lining. The only question is whether you will live long enough to see it. I am not a gambling man, but if I was, I wouldn't bet on it. Goodbye. Snore. Bye, asshole. Button. More hollow comebacks. As hollow and wishy-washy as the inside of one of these dumb black globes. What use is all that attitude against a guy who's never wrong? It's so depressing. You can't even work up the energy to smash this stupid thing. Maybe you could stand to have some camaraderie wasted on you, even if it comes from a meddler friend. Endure the meddling. Arachnus Grip began trolling Grim Kanaya. What? Just wanted to know. Is your Lussus dead yet? Huh? What kind of a question is that? Is this a trick? Are you trying to sabotage me? Are you in cahoots with someone? No? Cahoots! Cahoots, I say! You sure do seem to be saying cahoots. I'm just asking because mine's dead. What? Oh no! How did that happen? It was just her time. Really? Are you sure it wasn't sabotage? I would suspect sabotage if I was you. No, there was no plot or conspiracy or any trace of saboteurs operating through the special and magical union one can only describe as being in cahoots with another. When a virgin mother grub abdicates and renounces brooding, her time will be relatively short. I always knew this. She was so cool. You had the coolest Lussus of anyone I know. I wanted to meet her someday. Maybe you still can. Yeah, meet her corpse. I guess that's not so bad a consolation prize. Seeing a big, dead, cool mother grub. Wow. You are so lucky. My Lussus sucks. Why did you ask if she's dead anyway? Do you know something? They're all dying. Or going to soon. I believe it's a preemptive consequence of the game we're about to play. If a preemptive consequence is a concept that can be said to hold any meaning, but from what I understand, if it is applicable in any sphere at all, then this game holds that sphere. Okay? I don't really get that, so you can just go ahead and think I'm some dumb flighty broad again. I wasn't going to think that. You know what? I don't even think I really understood what I just said, so never mind. Now you have me a little worried. Man, I hope she's okay. Why would this happen? This is just my luck. Have some died besides yours? And, you know whose, I guess? Yes, a few. Carcat thinks it's his fault. he believes his actions triggered an inauspicious chain reaction. You mean a curse? Sure. Wow, between his curse and my shitty luck, we are so screwed. I'm not surprised to see you endorse his paranoia without hesitation, but I was attempting to illustrate a point in bringing it up. Ooh, there goes another one sailing over the idiot girl's head. Okay, lay it on me. These events are inevitable, and regardless of whatever emotional entanglements obfuscate their significance, they will ultimately serve an important purpose. The curse had nothing to do with it, and Karkat's notion of a curse is inseparable from his perception of events as intrinsically negative and as tailored to his personal dissatisfaction. And your bad luck is the same way, I believe anyway. Okay? What would happen if you just cleaned up a bit? Don't you think you would step on a few less hard triangles? Why do you try to help me and stuff? What's the point? It's kind of bothersome and insulting sometimes. I still have a messy room, big deal. My luck fucking blows. It's got nothing to do with it, and you just don't even know. Meddler, why are you so meddly, Miss Meddlesome, Miss McFussy Fangs? Because you're dangerous. No way, I'm just fine. Why don't you can it? Every time you tell me to can it, I think it's funny. I mean, it's just a funny thing to say, don't you think? It's okay to be dangerous. Lots of people are. And dangerous people can be really important. Maybe even the most important sometimes. But it just means there's gotta be someone around to keep an eye on them. And if not me, then who? Everyone has an important job to do. Okay, so you're spying on me. Kinda creepy. Man, maybe you should get a life. Or, you know, if you're so high and mighty and think you're so great, maybe you could, I don't know, try and stop me from doing bad things. That wouldn't work. If I tried to stop you, you would regard me as an enemy instead of merely as a nuisance. And what good would that do? So I'm afraid McFussy Fangs it must be. Okay, great, fine. I'm going to check on my lusses now, but I'm starting to think you're full of shit, and I'm quite sure she will be quite fine. You're right, anything can happen, I guess. But just so you know, I'm sorry for your loss in advance. Arachnid's grip ceased trolling Kanaya. Vriska began trolling Kanaya. Man, why didn't I get the last word and sign off real quick like I usually do? Let you sneak that stinking little ninja quip in there. So mad. Lousy, stupid, goddamn supportive friend. Let's check on the lusses. You go down like 50 million stairs to her nest below. You wonder if any other kid on the planet has such a high maintenance lusses. You doubt it. You pass by one of your completed doomsday devices. You promised you'd build it for an especially powerful and influential member of the nautical aristocracy, and returned for his collusion during your campaigns. Some guy you were in cahoots with. You guess none of it matters now, though. It was tough to build and isn't perfect yet. Luckily, one of your pals nearby is pretty handy with technology. He can be tapped for parts and favorites frequently. You wonder if any other kid on the planet has as many irons in the fire as you. You doubt it. Yeah. See, look at this. She's fine. Fine and huge and hungry as ever. You guess you're relieved? Yes, of course. Woo! Why wouldn't you be? It will be devastating if anything happened to your dear sweet custodian. Man, that's a big-ass spider. Something going to happen? You guess there's no delaying this guy's introduction anymore, as long as we're in the neighborhood. That is a good stopping point for the episode. So, this has been episode 31 of Let's Read Homestuck. My name is Anachi Sasuke. Thank you guys for sticking around, and in the next episode, we'll stop delaying this guy's introduction. So, see you next time. Later.